Good afternoon to all of you. Let me adjust the camera. It is so. Good afternoon to all of you. Today we are going to revise the lesson separation of substances. Now, already we know it is very important to do revision on regular basis so that you can prepare yourself for assessment test. While doing revision, please read each and every corner of the lesson. Okay, each and every topic. Only reading the question answers given at the back is wrong way. Okay, so you have to learn the entire lesson. Now, in separation of substances, we are going to revise in the same way. That is, one topic we will take, then we will talk about that. Then, like that, we will find different methods of separation are given in this lesson. So, first of all, very simple method, that is hand picking. The word itself says the meaning. Hand picking. Okay, so it is very simple method. Our mother, she is using this method very often in the kitchen. Okay, you know that in this the component of the mixture to be separated, they are different in size, shape and color so that we can identify them very quickly and we can pick, so hand picking, pick them and throw them. They are unuseful for us and they are present in minimum quantity, small quantity. For example, you might have seen in grocery shops. Before filling the gunny sacks with the wheat, rice or pulses, what they are doing? They are separating, some insects are there, some small pebbles are there, different colors, brown color, black color. So they are separating by the method of hand picking. Your mother also, before cooking food, what she is doing? Before cooking rice, what she is doing? She is hand picking the small pebbles in the rice. Taking out the small pebbles in the rice. These pebbles are present in very small quantity. I already told you. These pebbles are different in shape, size, and color, so that you can identify and you can pick up easily and you can throw. So this is the simplest method for the separation of the component of the mixture which is undesirable, which we don't want. For example, simple, that is hand picking the small black pebbles from the rice or chaff from the wheat or sometimes insects are also there. So this is very simple method. Okay, like that each and every topic you have to read for the entire lesson. In the lesson separation of substance. Now hand picking I discussed, you have to write in your own words. After that, the next one is winnowing. Winnowing. Actually, you know that India is an agricultural country. 70% of our population is depending on agriculture. Our country is the country of villages, and we will find even in 20th century we are using the traditional methods of agriculture. For example, still in villages, I go and see we are using plows, not tractors, because poor farmers they can't afford. So we will find there are different steps in agriculture. these steps to be followed systematically to get the proper yield. For example, sowing of the plowing of the land, sowing of the seeds, that to proper distance, then irrigation. After irrigation, you know that insecticides, spraying weedicides, removing weeding. Okay, and after that, when the crops are ready, then there is the method of cutting the crop and gathering the crop. That is known as harvesting. So different methods are there in agriculture. They are to be followed in a systematic way to get the proper yield. Now, after harvesting, we will know cutting and gathering of the crop is harvesting. Now you know that if you see the rice is covered in a chaff, the chaff to be separated from grain. Now, this method winnowing is used to separate the chaff from the grain. You know that in this method, one component is lighter, one component is heavier. So, the person, what he is doing is standing up on some support like stools and all, and let the mixture of chaff first and the grain fall down. When the mixture fall down due to the gravity of the earth, we will find the grain being heavier, they fall down on the land, and the chaff being lighter, blow away by the wind. So this is the very simple method which is used to separate the husk, the chaff, the lighter material from the useful material, that is the grain. That method it is known as winnowing. Is it clear to all of you? It is also used to separate solid to solid mixture because all the components here are solid. For example, hand picking also solid to solid mixture. Solid to solid mixture. Okay, is it clear? Like that you have to, since we are revising, I am telling you to the method to revise. You, many children, what they are doing, they are directly going to question answers. Don't go. That way, you know, each chapter is divided into many subtopics. Read each and every subtopic properly and always make habit to write answers in your own words. Okay, understand the entire lesson. Then other topic we can take after hand reading, after we knowing every day sieving. Now here also very simple method. Now here we have seen in winnowing there is the different in the here hand picking we will find difference is there, size, shape and color, and the undesirable component is present in small amount. Now winnowing different is there in weight. One component being lighter, blow away by the wind, the heavier useful component will fall down on the container. Okay, that is winnowing. Then sieving. Here the separation is based on the size of the component. You know that many people what they are doing, actually it is wrong practice. After getting the wheat pressed in the flour mill, the flour it is having very important bran in it. That is called bran, wheat bran. Okay, that is rich source of protein and many important minerals that our body requires for proper growth and keeping our body healthy. But many people what they are doing, they are separating this bran from flour because they need fine flour to make chapati. So what they do, sieve is there. So you know, in the sieve when they pour the mixture, the flour being very fine, poured out in the container. You might have seen your mother is doing sometimes. And the brown, it is remaining on the sieve. Okay, so we will find that method is known as sieving. Separating the bran from wheat flour is not recommended because bran is very good for our health and one should include that bran while making chapati. Okay, so that is the method known as sieving. Here there is difference in the size. The component which is bigger in the size than the gaps in the nets of the sieve will remain on that sieve and the component which is finer will fall down. Will pass through and will fall down in the container. Okay. So you might have seen in the construction site, buildings they are making. So there in front there is a big net, big sieve. Okay. Now what they do? They pour the sand there. They want the sand grains to be separated from different other unwanted things. What are other unwanted things? Big rocks, big pebbles are there. Okay, lots of things are there. You know that. So to remove that, they pour it in the sieve. The fine sand being smaller passes through the sieve, get separated on the ground and these stones they are separating from the sieve. So stone gets separated from the sand which they are using to make concrete from cement, water, gravel. So there also we will find the method is used. That is called sieving. Okay. So like that you have to take each and every topic and you have to read it, discuss among your parents also you can discuss it. So and then write in your own words. So this is how we will find for solid to solid mixture and heating, winnowing, sieving. These are very simple methods which are used to separate the unwanted components from the mixture. Okay, then we will find evaporation. This you might have heard many times. What is evaporation? You know that water in the water bodies like rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, by the heat of the sun, they convert into water vapor. That is known as evaporation. In cold season, when you are taking the water in the utensil and you are boiling it, you are heating it. So the moment you start, after some time, water gets converted into water vapor. That is evaporation. The molecules in the water they get heat energy. They, what they do, they move away from each other. Okay, so the arrangement changes from liquid state to the gaseous state. So liquid water converts into water vapor due to the arrangement of the molecule. Yesterday we discussed it is a what kind of change? What kind of change is this? You answer. Yesterday we discussed in the recent changes around us. What kind of change evaporation is? Physical change. Okay, it is a physical change. So the molecules, you know that they move little bit away from each other. In liquidity they are near one another. In solid they are very close to each other. So in liquid, in water we will find this molecule they gain heat energy. They move away from each other and they convert into gaseous state. So it is also very important method to separate salt from seawater. You know that seawater is having different salts. isn't it? We will find these sea water. It is collected in seashore in different plots, and when that water gets heated by the heat of the sun, water gets evaporated and the salt remains. That is collected and then processed in the factories. Iodine is also added to it to get the iodized salt. Okay, iodine is very important mineral which is used to prevent the disease goiter. Okay, you might have seen many people they have their glands become very thick. That is the disease known as goiter, and it also results in retarded mental growth. So, iodine is very important mineral. It, it is present in seafood, green vegetables, and iodized salt. So deficiency of iodine may result in goiter. Okay, so to prevent that, always take iodized salt. Advertisement is also shown in television. One man is cutting the tree. Suppose this is the branch. Okay, suppose this is the branch. Now to cut the tree, where it will you are cutting it from here. Here you will sit this side, point A or point B. This is the branch of the tree. Point A or point B you will sit. Tell me, you are cutting the branch of the tree. So these two positions, position A, position B. Which position you will sit? Point B. Yes. But this advertisement is shown in television that for iodized salt. That person is sitting in the point A and he is cutting the tree. So, for what it is shown? It is shown that iodized salt is very important for proper mental growth and it also prevents the disease goiter. Okay, so what will happen to this person who is sitting here and cutting this branch? What will happen? That person will fall down. Okay, so in that way you will find iodized salt is very important. This evaporation method is used to separate the salt from the seawater, and it is the example of solid and liquid. Solid part being salt and liquid part being water. Okay, so also along when we say about the evaporation, it is also important for us to learn condensation. Condensation. Okay, now evaporation you know very well. When we heat the water, water converts into water vapor. Now you do one thing, take one plate and keep it on the water vapor, over the water vapor. This water vapor which is going will touch the plate and it will convert into water droplets. It will convert into water droplets. That is conversion of gaseous state into liquid state on cooling is known as condensation. Okay, so you might have learned about the water cycle. By the heat of the sun, water in seas, oceans, rivers gets heated, evaporated, it moves at the higher altitude, higher heights. Then on higher heights you will find the temperature is low. So what will happen to this water drop, this water vapor? Like we are touching, here water vapor touching the plate and converting into water droplets. There also the temperature is low. The water drop, what will happen? Water droplets will condense to form, water vapor will condense to form water droplets over dust particles. And these water droplets together form the cloud. And when these water droplets become heavy enough, they fall down as rain. So what process there? First, what is taking place? Evaporation, condensation. Okay. So condensation, this is clear to all of you. Now evaporation and condensation, that is distillation. So we call rainwater is distilled water. It's pure form of water, but it gets contaminated when it is falling down on the earth. We will find lots of chemicals are there in the air, dust particles are there, smoke is there. Why? Due to our activities, industries, factories, burning fuel. So what will happen? That water gets contaminated. Okay. Otherwise, rainwater is the purest form of water, that is formed due to evaporation and condensation simultaneously. That process is known as distillation. That is called distillation. Okay, in laboratory also you can do this process. Here, naturally it is happening in the water cycle. In laboratory also you can do. Take a chemical flask, take water in it. Okay, then you have to cover it with a cork. There is a bend tube with a Liebig's condenser. And when we heat the water in the conical flask, the water gets evaporated, it passes through tube, and then when it is passing through the Liebig's condenser, these water droplets, this water vapor will convert into water droplets by the process of condensation, and we get the distilled water in the container. Below that it is condenser. Okay, so this distillation we will find it is having, you take backward stand. Okay, then wire gauge, then conical flask, and there is a cord, the bend tube with Liebig's condenser. This is the Liebig's condenser. Okay, then what will happen? This is the opening of the bend tube. Here is the another container, bigger. So what will happen? We will find here when we provide heat by Bunsen burner or by spirit lamp, water here will get evaporated. Evaporation of water will take place of water. Okay, this water vapor will, when it is going from this tube, this is the Liebig's condenser. What will happen? This water vapor, when it is passing through the Liebig's condenser, it is very cold, so water vapor will convert into water droplets, and here we will get distilled water. Here this process will take place here, condensation. Okay, so in nature also we will find water cycle, it is taking place in the same way. Here water in the conical flask is there in the nature, water in the water bodies, seas, oceans, rivers, gets heated by the heat of the sun. Here spirit lamp or Bunsen burner is there. Then this water vapor moves to the higher altitude. There it is very cold. So here it is very cold, it gets condenser. I already told you process of condensation takes place. Water vapor will convert into water droplets, and together they will form their cloud. Here these water droplets will fall down as a distilled water. There when these droplets will become heavy enough, it will fall down as a rain. So rainwater is also distilled water. Okay, so this is the evaporation and condensation. These together it is called distillation, taking place simultaneously. Use very common method in the laboratory to get the distilled water. Okay, is it clear to all of you? So today we discussed about hand picking. I already told you in hand picking there is difference in the size, shape, color of unwanted component, and these unwanted components are present in very small amount. Then I told you about winnowing. In winnowing, what happens? Difference in weight of the component. One component is lighter, another component is heavier. The heavier component will fall down in the container, lighter component will blow away by the wind. That is called winnowing. Okay, winnowing of chaff from the grain. Then sieving, I told you, separating the bran from the fine atta. Sieve gaps are there. The bigger particles will remain on the sieve. Finer particles will pass through it. In construction site, separation of fine sand from the big pebbles, rocks. That is what do we call sieving. Okay. Then we discussed about evaporation and condensation. Evaporation is also used to separate the salt from the sea water. In seashore, plots are made. Water gets heated by the heat of the sun. Salt remains on the ground. That is processed in the factory. And iodine is added. Potassium iodide is added there to get the iodine. And we will find that is very good for our mental growth and prevent the disease goiter. And we also studied about the distillation. So all of you did this much points. Thank you very much. Please prepare properly. See, reading each and every point of the lesson is very important. That will make your foundation strong. Instead of learning by heart the question answers, enjoy studies. Read each and every point. Write answers in your own words. Okay, so thank you very much. Tomorrow we will discuss some more methods of separation. Thank you.